Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from United States Steel Corporation. Get ready for a surprise twist involving a former president and a major international deal. Sounds like a recipe for drama, right? The big story here is that US Steel is getting closer to being acquired by Nippon Steel, a Japanese company. This deal has been going on for a while. It was first talked about in late 2023. Now, it looks like it's almost done, but there have been some hurdles, including some concerns around national security. Before we get started, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. This is a Form 8K, which is basically a snapshot of important events that a company wants to tell its investors about quickly. In this case, the early event reported was on June 13, 2025. So what happened on the 13th of June? Well, former President Trump issued an order about this deal. He said that there might be a threat to US national security because of the deal, but he also said that this threat could be handled if US Steel and Nippon Steel agreed to certain security measures, kind of like a promise to keep things safe. The company, parent and NSC, entered into a qualifying national security agreement with the US government. US Steel and Nippon Steel even put out a press release together to announce all of this, which is included as an exhibit to this report. A copy of the joint press release issued by the company and NSC announcing the issuance of the order and entry into the National Security Agreement is attached hereto as Exhibit 99.1 and is incorporated by reference herein. Now that all the necessary approvals from regulators are in place, the deal is just waiting for some final steps called customary closing conditions to be completed. The companies expect that the purchase will be completed soon. The transaction remains subject to the satisfaction of customary closing conditions and is expected to be completed promptly. Let's take a quick look at what's exhibited in this filing. It is the press release dated June 13, 2025, titled President Trump Approves Historic Partnership Between US Steel and Nippon Steel. There's a section in here, like there usually is, about forward-looking statements. This is where the company basically says, hey, we're making predictions about the future, but things could change. It's a way for them to protect themselves if things don't go as planned. This current report on Form 8K contains information regarding the company and NSC that may constitute forward-looking statements, as that term is defined under the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995 and other securities laws that are subject to risks and uncertainties. It lists a bunch of possible risks, like the deal not going through lawsuits or problems keeping employees happy. Risks and uncertainties include, without limitation, the ability of the parties to consummate the proposed transaction on a timely basis or at all. Also, if you want, the company tells you to check out their previous reports for more ways to possibly be aware of risks associated with the company's future performance. The company directs readers to its Form 10K for the year ended December 31, 2024 and quarterly report on Form 10Q for the quarter ended March 31, 10Q for the quarter ended March 31, 2025, and the other documents it files with the SEC for other risks associated with the company's future performance. Trop to litigation. US Steel is a major player in the American steel industry with a history stretching back over a century. But like many traditional industries, it's been facing challenges from global competition and changing market conditions. Being acquired by Nippon Steel could give US Steel access to new technology, investment, and global markets. However, the deal has also faced political resistance, particularly in an election year. Some politicians have expressed concerns about a foreign company owning a critical American asset, especially considering its importance to defense and infrastructure. Now, with the regulatory approvals in place and an agreement with the US government to address national security concerns, it seems like the deal is closer than ever to completion, but as the company itself warns, there are still risks and uncertainties involved. Whether this deal will be good for US Steel, its workers, and the American economy in the long run is something that remains to be seen. It's a complex situation with a lot of different factors at play. Overall, it seems like US Steel is doing its best to navigate a changing world. The company is clearly trying to balance the need for growth and investment with concerns about national security and the interests of its stakeholders. Alright, that's our breakdown of US Steel's latest filing. What's your take on this deal? Are you excited about the prospect of new investment and technology, or worried about the impact on American jobs and national security? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.